Hey guys, Paul here from Military History Gear Review. Today, we are going to be doing something a little different. First, we're going to be looking at 3 soldiers from the U.S. Army's history that I think deserve to have a base renamed after them. Second, we're also going to be taking a look at one of the Army's newest MREs. This is menu number 2, pork sausage patty maple flavored. It's a breakfast MRE, something I never had when I was on active duty. Well, we had the veggie omelet, which of course is nicknamed the vomlet because it's gross. Now, I hope you guys know this is not a political channel and I'm not here to make a political statement, though studying history is sort of political business anyway. But one thing that we can all agree on is that the U.S. Army has had a couple of campaigns since the Civil War, and there is really no shortage of exceptional heroism during all the wars the Army's fought. And we should take a look at some of the folks who absolutely deserve to get recognized for their valor. Now, let's talk a little bit about the military's base naming conventions, okay? First, the bases always seem to be named after officers, right? Now, a lot of people think that the bases have to be named after generals, but that's not true. Fort Lewis in Washington, it's now called JBLM, is named after Meriwether Lewis, who only ever held the rank of captain. Similarly, Fort Sam Houston is named after Sam Houston. He only ever held the rank of first lieutenant in the United States Army, though he had a different rank in the Army of the Republic of Texas. Right, so they have to be officers. The other rule is that it has to be posthumous. It can be pretty complex and pretty unfortunate when you have a situation where someone who's still living tarnishes their legacy and they already have a base named after them. So fortunately or unfortunately, once someone's passed away, their legacy is pretty much set. Okay, but let's first take a look and see what's in this MRE. All right, first item, pork sausage patty maple flavor. Oh, here we go. It's got its sleeve, which contains both nutrition information, the ingredients, which actually is pretty simple: pork, sugar, water, salt, dextrose, natural and artificial maple flavor, corn syrup, natural flavors. Okay, pretty cool. And it's got the 5 R's for optimal recovery. This is how to replenish or refuel yourself after training to make sure, to optimize your recovery. Okay, that's pretty neat. This is a lot more than what I got 10 years ago. Okay, let's see what's in the goodie pack. Of course, toilet paper, an MRE staple, matches, also an MRE staple, holding on to those. My camping trips. Ooh, and we have non-dairy creamer, instant coffee type 2, iodized salt, moist towelette, sugar, and gum. Okay, cool. Next, chocolate banana nut muffin top. Okay, who doesn't love chocolate muffins? We have some very jalapeno cashews. Okay, these are vacuum sealed, tight in there, long shelf life. Peanut butter, in keeping with the nut theme. Oh, some things never change. The MRE cracker. Okay. Carbohydrate electrolyte beverage powder orange flavor. Man, they will do anything to avoid using the obvious brand name Gatorade powder. Table syrup. Okay, kind of rad, right? And of course, MRE spoon and flameless ration heater and a hot beverage bag. Okay. So, my first choice for a namesake for a military base is going to be Vernon Baker, First Lieutenant Vernon Baker. Now, Vernon Baker was a U.S. Army lieutenant in World War II. He served as a weapons company platoon leader with the 92nd Infantry Regiment. Now, Vernon Baker, when he was leading his platoon, he was actually leading a battalion attack on a German mountaintop castle, so an extremely fortified position. And as he was heading up to the reconnoiter an area to emplace his machine guns and prepare for the assault, doing his leader's recon, he observed a previously undetected German bunker. And so he single-handedly crawled up to this bunker, killed the 2 occupants, taking it out. Then he continued to reconnoiter an area for his machine gun, and he found another German bunker. And using a hand grenade, he killed those 2 Germans. Now at this point, his commander comes up to meet with him to see what he's been doing on this leader's recon, when another German soldier emerges from a draw in the terrain and throws a hand grenade at them. The hand grenade doesn't explode. Baker kills that German, and then, knowing that Germans in this draw could disrupt the entire attack, he goes in single-handedly into the draw. There he finds a fully sealed concrete bunker. The door itself has been sealed with concrete. Using a hand grenade, he figures out, he destroys it, and then kills the Germans inside. Right? So incredibly, Vernon Baker is taking out all these bunkers himself. I don't know what the rest of the division needed to do there at all. Once he took out all these bunkers, the rest of his platoon begins to come up to his position, where they come under heavy mortar and machine gun fire. It's so heavy it wounds 2/3 of his platoon right there. Well, Baker's company commander, of course, orders the platoon to withdraw. Baker decides to cover the withdrawing force, Baker and 1 other soldier. And so he's covering this withdrawal, he's protecting the wounded, and while he's doing so, he takes out 2 more machine gun bunkers that also had not been detected during their approach. After hours of fighting, Baker and the last of the platoon withdraws. And then the next day, Baker leads the attack on the castle. Incredible. And for these actions, he was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross, which was later upgraded by President Bill Clinton to a Medal of Honor. He continued to serve. He became a paratrooper in the Korean War, and then finally retired in 1968. So, Vernon Baker, definitely my first choice for a base renamed after them. Let's see what else we got. All right, well, we are going to start for sure by heating up the main meal, our pork patty, in the flameless ration heater. And our beverage bag. There's always at least one person on the loudest motorcycle they could buy, and they need to race by my house. And we'll stick all this in the heating sleeve, if it will fit. It's big. Okay. Need to prop this up against something. Let's see how that works. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, let's try the peanut butter and crackers. This is a staple in almost every MRE, and I love these things. Love the peanut butter. I mean, I love peanut butter generally. MRE peanut butter is just as good. It's kind of hard to screw up peanut butter. For years, my emergency kit in my car, my emergency food was peanut butter. Compact, super calorie dense, delicious. Nice hiss. So, one of the things that I've never seen an MRE reviewer talk about is the MRE Cracker Challenge. And the MRE Cracker Challenge is a bet sometimes more senior soldiers will make to junior soldiers. offering them some incredible amount of money if they can eat 2 MRE crackers in, I think it's 2 minutes. Let me know in the comments below if I got that right. But you bet these soldiers that they can't eat 2 MRE crackers in 2 minutes, which sounds super easy, 2 crackers in 2 minutes. But because they're so dry, they actually get like caught in your mouth and you can't swallow them, and it's almost impossible. I'm not gonna try it. I'm gonna take like 1 bite because you don't wanna see me spend 2 minutes like a dog that's been fed peanut butter just trying to get this stuff out of my mouth. All right, there it is, classic MRE peanut butter. It's good, man. It's a cracker with peanut butter. Let's see, we'll try one more. How about jalapeno flavored cashews? That was a hiss. I like cashews. I can't say I can imagine jalapeno flavored cashews, but you can see they look like cashews with some dusting on them. I don't know, man. I don't really like it. Cashews have a natural sweetness to them, and dousing them in this salty jalapeno flavor just doesn't work. Now, if they did like chili lime cashews, okay. But I think like a brown sugar cashew or something along those lines would be the way to go with this. So not bad. I mean, if you've had cashews, you've had cashews. All right, so let's talk about my second choice. Second choice is going to be Major General Calvin Rogers. All right, now Calvin Rogers was born in Claremont, West Virginia. He commissioned through WVU, West Virginia State University's ROTC program. He entered the field artillery and served in the Korean War as a field artillery officer, and later became a artillery battalion commander in Vietnam. Now, in November of 1968, he was in command of a fire base near Cambodia when the North Vietnamese attempted to assault and actually take over the base. They used sappers to breach the base's defenses, and Colonel Rogers sprung into action. He rallied his soldiers to get to their howitzers, use the howitzers to actually defend the base itself, and as the NVA penetrated closer and closer to the actual battery itself, he led a counterattack to drive them back, right, where he was wounded. The NVA retreated, and he continued to rally his troops, organize their defensive positions under just withering enemy fire. The NVA attempted again to penetrate the base, and again Colonel Rogers led the counterattack, and again being wounded. Between these counterattacks and after the second counterattack, he continued to go all throughout his defensive positions on his base, checking on his soldiers, making sure they had enough ammunition, adjusting the positions of his defenses, doing everything a great officer should do. And then, as dawn approached, the NVA made a third and final attempt to overtake the base. Colonel Rogers was wounded by a heavy mortar strike, finally so grievously that he could no longer continue to lead his troops. But even wounded, he continued to rally and motivate them to keep up the fight. Truly exceptional. Now, for his actions that day, Colonel Rogers was awarded the Medal of Honor. But his career wasn't over. He would go on to earn his master's degree from Shippensburg University, attend the U.S. Army's War College, and command the 42nd Field Artillery, and then ended his career in Europe as the commander of 5th Corps and 7th Corps. When he retired, he became a chaplain who administered to U.S. soldiers stationed in Germany. And he retired as a major general. So again, talk about a model, exceptional officer. General Calvin Rogers, undoubtedly is one. All right, let's see what else we got. So this is a dessert item. This is a chocolate banana muffin top. Okay, I'm not a fan of chocolate and fruit together. I think, with the exception of strawberries and chocolate, I think they're a weird combination. Some people are really into like orange and chocolate. I'm like, no, orange is like a bitter, sweet, almost sour, that citrusy flavor, and chocolate is like rich and creamy. Yeah, to me it just doesn't belong. But here's what it looks like. It looks like it looks kind of like a squished down muffin top. There's something that looks like it could be banana in there. Let's see. Oh, okay, they're nuts. They're like nuts. But yeah, it tastes like a sort of dry chocolate muffin with a strong fake banana flavor. I don't know why you did that. I don't know. What was wrong with the chocolate muffin? Nothing. Chocolate is a great standalone flavor. Definitely don't need fake banana to mess with it. And let's try out orange beverage powder. Following the Steve model, Steve 1989, one of the YouTube's premier MRE reviewer, truly a fountain of knowledge about military rations. Okay. Now you can see there, it's got a nice fake orange, not Gatorade color. All right, cheers. Hey, that's pretty excellent. I really like it. Tastes exactly like orange Gatorade, which is great because that's a wonderful flavor. And it's got a little bit, you can taste a little bit of extra saltiness to it, which I think is actually a good flavor. And you can tell this MRE was designed for operations in high temperature countries or areas, because you have extra electrolytes there, you have tons of salt on the jalapeno cashews, and you have this gigantic packet of iodized salt. This is like 3 times what you get at a restaurant. And they want soldiers to use it because when you sweat, you lose so many electrolytes, and it's easy to replenish it with water, but you have to remember that it's not just about putting water back in your system, you have to put those electrolytes back in too, or else you're really gonna start to lose function. All right, so let's talk about my number 3 choice for a base. And this namesake would be General Matthew Ridgway. Now, if you haven't heard of Matthew Ridgway, I don't have time in this video to do him justice. His career is unbelievable. He was the commander of the 82nd Airborne during World War II. So he dropped with his troops in the invasion of Sicily, in Salerno, in Normandy, in Market Garden. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He was the commander of the 25th Airborne Corps in Market Garden, and during Normandy, and the Battle of the Bulge, and the invasion of Germany. And after World War II, in Korea, Ridgway was appointed commander of the 8th Army, which was the core U.S. force under MacArthur, who, as you might recall, was the commander of all UN forces. But the 8th Army had been, when Ridgway took command, had been battered by the Chinese communists and was reeling from their intervention in the war. Ridgway rallied his troops, not only stopped the Chinese advance, but actually turned around and counterattacked, taking back territory from the Chinese. So truly a testament to this guy's leadership that he was given a battered, broken, and demoralized force and literally turned them around. Once MacArthur was fired by Truman, Ridgway became the commander of all U.S. forces in Korea. Now, after the war, Ridgway continued to serve as the Supreme Allied Commander of Europe. He also became the Chief of Staff of the Army, and one of his most notable stances was against intervention in the Vietnam War. There was a plan to use nuclear weapons to help save the French at Dien Bien Phu, and he was a prominent voice against doing that. He was against further troop escalations. In fact, at every turn, even after he left active duty, he continued to advise any high-level official who would listen about just how unwinnable and how the costs of Vietnam were never going to be worth the gain. Okay, so let's check out the main event. Oh my. All right, this is a problem. This has not heated up at all. Yeah, no, this hasn't heated in the least. Yeah, this heater hasn't really activated, like, at all. Oh man. All right, I guess I'm gonna have a, do a cold sausage patty. Oh man, what did I do to deserve this? Check that out. I mean, it smells like sausage, like breakfast sausage. Obviously I'm supposed to put the table syrup on the sausage. Is that a thing? Is that a thing that people do? But what else could I put it on? I can't put it on a cracker. I'm not gonna put it on a muffin. Was I supposed to put it in my coffee? Actually, wait. Let's try the sausage on its own. Okay, it looks like breakfast sausage, right? It's got that like brown cooked outside. Okay, even cold, it's not bad. Yeah, it has a light mapley flavor to it. Yeah, okay is the operative word. All right, let's put on, oh, look at this. Look at all this table syrup though. I'm just gonna cover it in syrup. All right, one thing I will tell you, syrup can make anything better. Years ago, again, when I was on active duty, during some training exercises, they would serve us grits in those big like Mermite containers. And I grew up in Philadelphia. I don't eat grits, but you know what makes them palatable? Enough syrup. You cover those things in syrup, they're just maple syrup. And after that, I decided I loved grits. All right, let's try this bad boy with the syrup. Okay, you know, I kind of get it. That's actually pretty good. They're like, the saltiness of the sausage kind of finds a balance with the sweetness of the syrup. Okay, that's definitely the best part of the meal. And if I could get that hot, this MRE heater worked, I would be a pretty happy camper. All right, but you know, I'm gonna take things as they are. Gotta say, what was the best part about this? The electrolyte beverage powder, the sausage patty itself, and the never fail peanut butter and cracker. Well guys, I hope you like this video. Let me know in the comments below who you think should get a base named after them, and what your favorite MREs were. If they're out there, I'll try to give them a try. And until next time, thank you guys for watching. Please remember to subscribe. Please shoot the video a like, and I will see you guys on the trail.